Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Chairman. Today I would like to present my topic, Multimedia Approach Geo-Sirah Developments on the Sirah Learning with the Geography Elements Primary School Student. I'm Aniza Sona Mokhtar, and my co-author is from the Faculty of Computer Mathematical Science, Academy of Contemporary Islamic Studies, and also me from the Faculty of Architecture, Planning and Surveying, UiTM Police Branch. This is my table of content. Here the research background, whereas currently we know that during the pandemic we have been exposed and forced to use the multimedia or the technology to disseminate the information using the various media. Therefore, nowadays we can see that there's many tools used to help on the visualizing the content, especially for the Sirah. And we can see there is a previous study which is focused on the Sirah games, multimedia, Google Maps, to increase the student interest and improve understanding, and also sharpen critical thinking skills. So however, we can see that in the Islamic education, the educators still use the conventional way, which is using the textbooks to deliver the information, and also the conventional methods, which is in a classroom environment. This is kind of the boring methods, and there is no variety of the method used when teaching. Also, because of that, we need to come up with the something new to visualize in the form of the visualization, like maps, chart, apps, multimedia, website, to make them or increase them their understanding in terms of the location and distribution, especially when we deal with the Prophet story, and also the facts of the Islamic story, so that to overcome the problems of the whereas a student not fond to the Islamic education, so we need to have a creative, innovative changes that implement in the classroom, whereas the Islamic education should be integrated with the geography element in Sirah subject using the application. So this is the objective. We have a three objective. First, to obtain teachers and parents feedback regarding of the using the usability testing form, to develop the Geo-Sirah application, and also to test student and teacher acceptance on the proposed Geo-Sirah apps. This is actually aligned to the quality education for SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 4, and also the Plan Pembangunan Pendidikan Malaysia 2013-2025. So this is aligned with the policy of education, whereas the increment of the higher order thinking skill and the lifelong learning opportunity needs to expose to the student. So in the developing of the apps using the AD model, where analysis, design, development, implement, evaluation have been added as a guidance for the apps development. So here is the methodology, where you can see that in the phase of the analysis and design, which is actually distribute the initial prototype, and also the questionnaire, like we design the story map and then we distribute to them to where's the low fidelity prototype will be come up with from there, which is to test the function and the visual design, visual, and so on. Then the next is the development, where we come up with the several we use several software, especially ArcGIS, where this is the integration of the using of the GIS to integrate the geography elements into the Sirah, and then after that, we design all the sound and so on, we convert it into the Android apps, okay, to make it more easier to be accessed by the student and also by the teachers and parent. And lastly is the evaluation, user acceptance testing, to see either the prototype, the product have been accepted by the participant after after the phase of the improvement have been done. So this is kind of the elements of the geography, where we can see that the dynamic map, where with the location of the Arab Saudi boundary, and also the 3D surface have been added into the apps to make sure that they can visualize the movement of the Prophet Nabi Muhammad, and also how the difficulties of the movement during that time. So this is a result analysis where we can see that mostly the participant mentioned that this is a creative and innovative application, very interesting, and however there is some improvement need to be carried out, like audio, sound effect, animation, and so on. Based on this comment, we are actually redo the several aspect like content, interaction, interface, design, audio, and overall feedback. So this is a kind of the result, where mostly respondent agreed that this kind of the prototype can be easily used for TNL, teaching and learning process. So this has been discussed, where I have added three-dimensional using the elevation from using the boundary of the Arab Saudi. And what we improve here is that we have a video with a caption to make it easier student to follow the storyline, okay, for all the videos that we are providing. And also we change from the normal character to the hijab character, and with the songkok. Okay, so this is more to the Islamic elements for the student, especially Islamic student. This is the output of the prototype, where we can see here there is two split elements. One is the videos, and another one is the knowledge assessment. So we're providing a lot of the video where they can see from the YouTube, and in the video there is all the elements integration between the Sirah, like the location, direction, places, boundary of the Arab Saudi, the movement of Nabi Muhammad. So everything have been added into the apps. And after they're watching the movie, the video, then they can apply their knowledge based on the reading, and also from the watching of the video, they can assess the level of knowledge from the exercise that we are given, so that they can keep redoing right and wrong answer, and it will help on during the memorizing the facts. Okay, so this is the demographic information obtained from the respondent. So based on the PEU, perceived easy of use, mostly respondent strongly agreed, okay, that this is the easy way for the students to memorize or to learn Sirah subject, and it is a clear, understandable, and easy to be used in the class and also at home. So they are not only rely on the what have been teaching in the class, but also they can practicing using this kind of the apps. Perceived usefulness, we can see that strongly agreed, okay, and also agreed, whereas this apps able to improve the students' understanding, and also enhance the effective during the teaching and learning, and useful as a tool for helping them understand the storyline of our Prophet Nabi Muhammad. So another one is the attitude. What they are providing here, the idea of the using Sirah in the environment of the GIS, the geography is good in the teaching and tool, teaching and learning tool, and also this is kind of the good idea, okay, because we know that currently in the market only Indonesian video in the market, so that I'm using another way by using the Malay and also the subtitle with the integration of geography. So this is a new innovation way for the students to learn more attractive and also dynamic. Intention to use, mostly they agreed and want to use the application for their TNL. So generate feedback. So of course we can have a positive feedback here. Very interesting, user friendly, enjoy and supportive. Okay, so the conclusion is that we can say that to meet the SDG for lifelong learning, so we need to change the environment of the Islamic education into the multimedia, which is approaching with the integrating between the Sirah and also the other field that can increase the learning by creating a good environment in the in the early during their early school. Also they can have exposed to the geography elements. So here this is an output from our product, where we have joined several innovation competition. We achieve a silver and also bronze. So I think that's all from me. Hopefully the idea of the prototypes can improvise the current delivery of the Islamic education, especially in Sirah and also in the YouTube for in the Malaysian environment. So thank you very much.